a good show. Dad's a good show. Dad's a good show.
Hey, what show are we on right now? Oh,
it's the Dads and Drink Show.
Is it the Dads and Drink Show?
Yes.
I thought I just had voices in my head.
Yeah. Remember, we stopped counting numbers because we're cool now. So it's just the next episode.
And frankly, we're not even recording them
in chronological anymore, right? But I like the idea that we're going to have a vault. Look, I like the idea that we're going to have a vault of shows. So just in case something tragic were to happen, you know, there's going to be the lost episodes that are still out there waiting to be aired.
Yeah. Isaac, if we both die,
yes,
we got to air these episodes.
Yeah, we'll have to sign those over to Isaac.
Yeah, make sure you give yourself producer credits for that.
Yeah. Oh.
This show is this television show is on IMDb, folks, and you can rate us there. And make sure on YouTube, like the video and mainly subscribe to the channel because look, I know it's called Jeff Macolino right now. I'm debating renaming it because I think it's a Macolino Entertainment Network.
I like it.
Men, Dad.
Man, oh, look at you getting clever. Look, I'll say this though, man. Since you and I started doing shows together, it seriously has become one of my pleasures, though. The Jeff Macolino podcast, you have such a smorgasbord of guests. Like, it's everything from teachers that lose their jobs for OnlyFans to flat earthers to ventriloquists to magicians. Like, it's good stuff, man. You're a very versatile interview, and it's damned entertaining. So subscribe.
Yeah, man. I'm like Joe Rogan without male pattern baldness.
What? We've already established you're Rogan's fluffer.
That's right. That's an episode title, I believe. I've got one.
I'm kind of counting on you for these. I've been more tame lately. I think the last one we ended up torn on like a 50-50 between the people in chat and you and I looking at it. I mean, I think you got a pass on it. But I got a feeling this road to hell is getting slippery, son.
I think most of our viewers are going to hell. So
right.
They know.
Right. Yeah.
So here's my thing, right? So I like to look at everything with, a potential eye for writing, whether it be stand-up, a movie, whatever. And this was the day after Mother's Day. And I saw a friend of mine. I won't get any more specific than that because I want to protect the innocent. But she had a post wishing herself Happy Mother's Day, which on the surface already is a little weird. But
yeah.
She had a few pictures and they were all with her cuddling with dogs. And it was Happy Mother's Day to me because I'm the mom to 2 fur babies. And I laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. And I may have unfriended her.
Or, depending on your response, may have been blocked.
A week later, I'm driving my kids to school. And I'm thinking of this. And I start chuckling to myself. So I start laughing, and my son, my 10-year-old son's in the back seat. He's like, "What's so funny?" I'm like, "I was just thinking about this, and I'm trying to. It's so funny." And I tell him, this lady in her mid to late 30s wished herself a Happy Mother's Day because she's the mom to 2 fur babies, and I'm just thinking I can rip her to shreds. And my son's like, "Well, Dad, you're not supposed to make fun of mentally challenged people."
Oh, yes.
And he was not saying that. He was not saying that to be funny.
Oh, no.
He was saying that like, "Dad, you can't punch down."
I used to have dogs and would make that analogy when people would talk about a kid and they're like, "Oh yeah, I know, like my dog." No. It's just once you've experienced parenthood. And I'm not even saying from like the glorious, oh, you're raising a child. No, like a dog, you can just ignore for an entire day while he's in your house with you. Like that's impossible with children. You're not allowed to. It's just a completely different ball game. So now there is something there, Jeff. You have to find that bit because there's something gold in the fact of the people who still consider their animals their babies.
You know what's gold is your dog licking its crotch
right in the back, just staying like right up. Like I'm trying to overlook that. Like
no,
obviously I like dogs.
Was like perfect. That was perfect.
Right. Again, see, unlike a child, if my son was doing that in the background,
if your son was licking his crotch in the background, we would be demonetized.
Yes, probably forever.
Rightfully so. If you're starving to death in the zombie apocalypse, you'll eat your dogs.
Wait, what's the Will Smith movie?
I Am Legend.
Yeah, I Am Legend. Like I am surprised that dog survived that long.
I mean, if it's starving to death and it's like I'm gonna die or I'm gonna eat the dog, you're gonna eat the dog. If it's your child, you're gonna be like, "Hey, here's how to cook me."
Right? Let me chop a finger off for you. It's dinner time.
Yeah, let's slowly delimb myself so when you have to eat the parts that will kill me, you know how to cook it. So you.
What I love is when you were talking about the post, wishing yourself a happy Mother's Day. That already just seemed kind of
sad by itself,
desperate and sad. Where it's like, wow, like
I don't have enough attention on
right. But then when it's attached to the dogs, now you're just sad and stupid. Like your son nailed it on the head. Little Mac has a knack for timing. We found that out during my Tua video.
Like, oh yeah. No, he's a funny one. He's just a little camera shy. All right. Well, so this episode is going to be what I assume everyone comes to love about the show. It's Keys to the VIP, man.
Yes, sir.
I mean, the only thing that makes me sad about this is we're going to run out of episodes eventually. To the Keys to the VIP. We're going to mute.
It's bad when I've started to like the intro. And the judges grow on you too. It's just all bad all the way around.
I feel like last episode, that dude with just the little flavor saver. I'm pointing at my screen.
Wait, are we talking about the cool cocky one?
No, the nice guy. The guy.
Oh, the nice
guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's not a nice guy. He's a douche. All right, here's our contestants in this one. Pretty boy Ford.
In tonight's battle, Pretty Boy Ford takes on Eric the Great in a 3-round.
Eric the Great.
All right, we know the rest of this, but Pretty Boy Ford, Eric the Great, Eric with a Y.
Right. Yeah, I don't. You know, we were talking about trying too hard earlier. Yeah, Eric, you're trying too hard.
Is he related to Thor?
Lounge.
There he is. This guy,
Chris, with the soul patch.
This guy is a fucking douchebag pretending to be a nice guy because he was the only one who cheered on Dainty Dan, date rape Dan.
He exposed himself, right? Because Dan was trying to play the nice guy, and all of a sudden Chris here was like, "See, it does work." We're like, "No, dude, he's a pedophile, or like he's a predator. He's a predator."
Yeah, predator, yeah.
And you absolutely are saying, "Oh no, you can do it." No, like that's the worst kind of predator.
Here's one of the guy who pretends to be a nice guy. That was basically what he was saying. So
right?
No, you don't pretend. You are or you are not.
100%.
I feel like that was Yoda.
You did a little Yoda there. There is no try.
There is no try. By the way, so far, I feel like I'm 100% at. I caught myself for phrasing last episode. I'm not going to say nailing these guys. I'm going to say I'm 100% at getting the character of these characters correct. And I'm watching this completely blind.
You've been good so far. You've been a good judge of character.
Is this guy in orange the pretty boy?
No, that is Eric the Great.
He is way better looking than
Pretty Boy, right? Pretty Boy, like a little generous with the name there.
Like, yeah. Again, I don't know why I'm using my hand to point, but this guy is way better looking than this guy, isn't he?
Yeah, it traditionally, absolutely 100%. This is how you know they give themselves their nickname, right? Like, what friend group is Ford hanging out in that he's the Pretty Boy?
A bunch of really ugly fuckers.
Well, let's see what their pad looks like, right? Let's get a little backstory on these two.
Oh boy, killers. How many futons we dealing with today?
Champion. The prize: a limo escort to an epic VIP event.
All right, the prize. By the way, I was reading on Reddit about the prize. We might have someone to talk about that who worked on set.
Oh,
the prize,
that would
the
be
prize,
phenomenal.
The prize was VIP though. Like they're not lying about what the prize is. The dude gets VIP with bottle service, and chicks just flock to the guy in the VIP.
I would love, and when their ego is at their highest, because they've just won some alpha male game that they've outpicked up another guy.
Right, and you also had cameras pointing at you,
which never hurts. Like
nothing attracts chicks like attention, and what gives you the most attention? Cameras.
The Girls Gone Wild guy, of course, turned out to be an awful creep, but he he could be one of the greatest minds of the 20th century. He realized, you put a camera out there, and like that was a social experiment that changed the game.
Yeah. By the way, this dude in the orange is a handsome guy. This little freak over here, looks untrustworthy.
We can say easily, though, these are the two most traditionally attractive men that we've seen on this. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say they have much more success picking up women than Screech or Dainty Dan. And, I
don't know. I don't know about this guy compared to Dainty Dan.
Dainty Dan may have had him. But Yakov and those guys were just, wow. Like they were our ego boost. I'm just hoping this one doesn't crash me back to earth.
Yeah. Our egos are about to crash at a certain point when we start seeing success on this show.
Eric the Great.
What's going on, guys? My name's Eric. This is Alcatrax, my recording studio.
Yeah, this is a beautiful man. I mean,
this place is a great launch pad for me to go out and meet girls. Once I get a girl out of the club, this is the perfect place for me to show off my music, sort of have a few drinks, get her in that vibe that I want her to be in, and the magic happens from there.
What kind of music you think Eric plays?
Stop bringing your girls to your mama's basement. Get yourself a studio. I'm pimping some girls tonight. Oh, yeah. You going down, brother? Yeah, I go down.
Hopefully not that.
Things I try to keep in mind. Try to accommodate and adapt to different situations appropriately. Be like a chameleon. Change your colors depending on what tree you're sitting on. Main reason
is there an accent in there?
I'm gonna give up the best
I was just gonna say. I feel like
around.
he's from a Nordic country, probably. That's probably that whole Eric spelled funny and the Great.
That would make sense.
Like he is a Thor.
You said, was he a descendant? He might be a Thor.
Yeah. What? I don't know. The Viking.
Yes.
Viking. Yes.
Shop around, look around for who's worth approaching.
And Eric is actually a very Viking name.
I'd like to wish you my sincerest sympathies in light of your imminent demise. Why am I a player? I like to eat late. What can I say?
Okay.
I like him. He's got game. Women
love
a guy with talent, and he's got the musical ability. He's confident. He's good looking.
I didn't see the musical ability.
For being the pride of Warsaw. You know what I mean? This guy has a big bag of tricks to reach into. I think he's going to do very well.
Let's see if the Polish hammer strikes hard.
Polish. Okay.
And now, Pretty Boy Ford.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to my office, also known as my backyard. So as you can see, this is me before the bar, barbecuing meat, but let's be honest, this place is just as good after the bar. Bring back whoever you
That
met,
didn't look like me.
get them outside in the nature,
It's a natural experience. Bring
No,
them back to their
look
roots.
like a veggie burger.
And, hopefully get them
Yeah.
undressed. I mean, what's more natural than a naked body, right? What I like to do is I like
Is
to
he
spray it in
playing the
high
nice
traffic
guy?
areas. Application is the key to penetration. A lot of guys are macho. They
High
not to wear
traffic
pink. They don't wear
areas?
pink. But let's face it.
I think he is an open freak, which actually is a thing that works well. Like,
location is the key to penetration. Like, who's getting penetrated here, pretty boy? This is gonna be a whole twisted episode of Keys to the VIP.
I think so.
I make pink look good. I don't even need to look in the mirror. Well, my game, it's really kind of a reverse game.
He's definitely not the nice guy.
Just a nice guy. Joke around with them. Definitely want to make them laugh. You need to know
Try
a little
it.
about a lot. Don't feel anything about my opponent. Come on. Leave him my dust if I have to. I don't care.
What if you lose?
Come on. Next question.
Like,
Got a natural
let's
charisma.
meet our contestant, GHB Ford.
His confidence and swagger, man, out
Yeah.
the wazoo. One thing I said when I was talking about when I used to go on great runs picking up chicks, I played an asshole,
Mm.
and it really hurt me. Like, I had to be that confident swagger. Like, yeah, y'all.
That's an exhausting game.
It's extremely exhausting. But that's the game. Is the attitude is everyone here wants to fuck me. Are
Yeah.
you so lucky?
Right. And that's great for a
doing?
one night thing. It's when you got to keep it up over multiple days.
No,
You're
no,
just
well,
like exhausted for being the asshole, and you're like,
it was only a one night game. I couldn't pull it. I couldn't do the morning after.
yeah, no, yeah.
Like the morning after, I was like, well, thank you for having sex with me. That was very kind of you. And she's like, what? And I'm like, I know you had better options.
I said, make me breakfast, bitch.
Yeah, no, I couldn't. Again, I'm not a method actor. I can't stay in.
So we got another fake nice guy.
Well,
and
but
they
no,
wanna be
he's
a
not.
musician.
He's not. He's not a nice. He's not. He wants to come off as nice as an introduction, but he's not.
He's definitely not going as deep as
actually
Dainty
playing.
Dan.
I think he's actually playing to his strengths. He's got kind of weird, soft eyes. Again,
So,
So
you don't think he's going to lean into it as hard as Dainty Dan did? It's just going to be the opener.
I don't think so. I think he is a full of himself, arrogant prick. But I think it could work if you advertise yourself. I mean, right. So if you best thing on the planet, some people are going to be like, well, if he thinks it,
it
must be real.
Any of these shows and other reality TV makes me lose faith in humanity every time, just because there really is that there's something to act as if you act a certain way, there are going to be a certain number of sheep who are just going to believe it's true because, well, that's what you said. And if you're willing to be the guy who can play through that, there are rewards.
No, look, Faith, I've done it in real life, and I'm ashamed of it, and I don't like it. But I've acted like you would be so lucky, and it works. It works. Yeah.
Roll them back on game number one.
Hopefully you're not the butt of the joke.
In round one, each player has 3 minutes to make a group of women
Oh
laugh.
my God.
Let's see how
I
our
can do
boys
this in 30
perform
seconds.
under pressure.
This is not a
This one should be easy.
This is the easiest competition they've ever had on this show that I've seen.
All right, first I want to sing a song. I want to sing for me, all together. Yes?
What the hell is he doing?
That's awkward.
I wonder what life would have been like for him if he was not deprived of oxygen at birth.
Eric.
Hey. For my birthday, I want to sing a song.
He's going with the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It didn't work the first time.
Why?
I think it'd work again. I don't
Look.
like guys who overwhelm you with the touchy-feely coming out of the game.
Oh, yeah, he's right in there, eh? Let me look at you first before you...
see what's going on.
Yeah,
The
he's
joke-
a little Nordic
All I
Viking
have is,
rapey
armpit and
with
bad
his-
breath.
The joke's right itself that it's the Polish guy who's using the same failed line multiple times.
You know this song. What song?
What song is that?
He's making us laugh.
Is this a pickup or is this an American Idol outtake? Like, what is going out here?
I don't know what he.
Again, for a dude who has a studio, he's not very talented.
It must be an American Idol thing from the '90s that we don't get because
I don't
we're
know.
not retarded people who watch American Idol.
Wow. What is going on here?
Like,
I thought his profile displayed an inkling of musical ability.
That was my bad.
yeah,
Thanks, Sheldon.
Where did the Strava ranks?
Well,
That was absolutely brutal.
He certainly doesn't have a sense of humor.
no. And talk about not judging a book by its cover. We're sitting here like traditionally, Eric, the Nordic guy, looks good. Like this guy might
He's
be
a gorgeous
cheesy enough.
man.
He might be cheesy enough to fuck up his good looks.
Thing on the first set of girls.
He's introducing himself, and again, it looks like he's doing it again, just throwing his arm on people.
Right.
Which by the way, it like if you're trying to make male friends, it works.
Yeah, I don't know. For a woman, I can't imagine 6'2". It's like the roller coaster of the ride they must have with Eric. They feel the arm on him and they're like, God, not another douche. They turn around, they see Eric, and they're like, okay, he's kind of
handsome,
cute.
and then he goes,
And then
hey,
and they go, fuck, another douche. But now an intimidating douche who won't get his hands off me. Like
By the
we've
way,
officially moved into danger
the
zone.
easiest thing is go up to a group of in this competition, right? This is a competition.
Yeah.
Go up to a group of girls, be like, hey, girls, gather around. I've got an innie instead of an outie.
Want to see?
They'll
No.
all laugh. By the way, you just won the competition.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways. It felt
Like,
like Eric.
just make a stupid joke like that. It
felt like Eric's trying to shoehorn in his musical talent here. Like I don't know, but like
I don't. He has musical. He has not displayed musical talent.
No, I mean we thought he was joking around on the intro, right, when he's playing at the piano, but his singing sounded very similar to that as he's in the club.
Yeah, I'm souring on Pretty Boy Eric the Great.
Eric the Great's fallen down, so let's see what Pretty Boy Ford has going now.
That eagle will come out of nowhere. That was terrible.
Let's find out what Ford can do.
It can't be worse.
This not
Make
possible.
a group of girls laugh is the easiest thing on the planet.
Did you see this idiot right here with this bald patch of hair on the front of his head there?
He looks familiar.
Did you see? And he does another smart thing. He distanced himself from the other guy right away to make him.
with me.
He's not with me.
Sorry, were you trying to call me? Is that what?
Yes.
Is that what it was?
That's exactly what I was doing.
Oh no, because I must have misread everything. I saw his head where, you know.
That guy. What's with the perpetrator in the top right there?
At any point, he's like,
Oh, I didn't see him. He's looking violent.
Yeah, he is.
And then I thought you were trying to connect, but I don't know.
Yeah, you know me very well.
I wasn't vibrating or anything, so. No?
The cheesy
He made a
joke.
group of
30
girls
seconds,
laugh.
Yeah. Not even. Nicely
Yeah.
done.
So, okay, it must have been a wrong
I don't know
number.
you
It must,
well enough to make you vibrate.
well, it must have been a wrong number. I'm sorry.
But look at this. Look at this moment in time right here. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3 fans. Sign some autographs here.
No,
You know what
I mean,
Yeah. They're undivided attention. He's got
now
their
again, I'm
undivided
going to start
attention.
being picky.
Listen, sorry to interrupt.
They're all like fives. I mean, but there's still three smiling women.
Mission accomplished. It's too bad I've been left unsatisfied.
I
You know
mean,
what
I'd
He's
fuck at
got to
least
close
two of the
something
three.
here. We gave him a task.
Oh wait, he didn't get a number?
He's gonna complete his task. Yeah, but
Well, he didn't have to. All he had to do was make them laugh.
That's true. That's true.
Look, one thing I've learned from the first episode to now is you just need to win the game.
To get
You don't
to
need
your
to get
VIP.
laid. That's not part of it.
Right. This is true.
Because Nancy Dan literally had the worst strategy for getting laid. And he won because he played the game.
Yeah.
Aren't all these guys a little creepy?
From our standpoint, 100%.
All right, you ready for round 2? I don't know if I am.
Round 1 goes to Ford. It has to. Because the singing jackass version gets nothing.
Well, yeah, hey, he made girls laugh. The other guy just people out.
Each player must retrieve a woman's phone number, but the conversation must be initiated by insulting her hair and makeup.
All
Let's see
right,
how our players recover
3
from a
minutes.
bad first
We've upped the
impression.
ante.
All right, so this is not a hard thing to do, but in 3 minutes?
Yeah. Okay, so what are the chances that he gropes whoever he's talking to before he says a word?
92%.
I'll take the under. Or I'll take the over. It's gonna happen. Watch.
I believe you that it's gonna. I just look when I drink, I get handsy. Like I like not
phrasing. No.
Let me be clear here. I like to hug. I like to kiss people on the cheek. I don't. Guys ain't girls.
But you're Italian. You can get away with that, right? You could say it's cultural. The old mob kiss on the cheeks and the whole deal.
I guess. I love nothing more than being super drunk and hugging a guy friend and kissing him on the cheek and making him feel really uncomfortable.
Speaking of uncomfortable, who's his target? I'm going to go with the blonde. Do you see the tall blonde that looks like the chick from Mad Max Thunderdome?
Oh, yeah, right.
I'm wondering where he's going. That's got to be it, right?
I mean, height-wise, he looks like he's
got like eyes locked there. But there's like 3 in the corner. Oh, wait. There's a smoker, Jeff.
Hold
we
on.
know the smoking rule.
Oh,
she's
the
hot,
smoker over here.
It might be. Yep, it might be the outlier over there.
He's got a few chicks his height, it looks like.
Yeah.
All right. And he's got to find an 8-year-old that we can't see on the way.
All right, Eric.
Eric. I like his choice of clothing. Look at him, how he stands out amongst the other drab in the club.
He stands out in a sea of darkness, and he's the light there.
Okay. Oh.
I love that. He just checks. Is this your business? And if it's not your business,
actually, that's
no, it's not mine. You know what? Most times I will ask, but
that's a veteran move.
That is an A+.
It's a veteran move
right there. Like I've that is a. I can't. This is the best move I've ever seen.
Eric has redeemed himself. Yeah, Eric's redeemed himself.
He's just checking with the guy, just like
your business. No, like.
All right, I'm not stepping on your toes. I just want to know that this right here, this little USF bull thing. But no, it's a
Let's see what Eric pulls off with it.
Probably not much.
What potential?
Oh, she threw her arm around him though.
You know what I don't disagree with?
Oh.
Your hair and your makeup. Let me tell you why. You are so beautiful. It's unbelievable. No, listen to me. Your hair, I'm a hairstylist. It's gotta go up. It's gonna fill out your face a little bit.
Did you say I'm a hairstylist? Yeah. Oh, it's a good cover. Good way to cover it.
First of all, he lied, which is fantastic.
He's a liar.
And number 2, he talked about what he could do to improve her.
Look at the hands, how creepy.
And starts qualifying herself to him.
Yeah, he's right up in there, man.
Symmetrical face a little rounder. A little less makeup, and you're gorgeous. Okay? Listen.
Oh, wait, her face is blurred, so she didn't give her permission, did she? She was not a fan of Eric.
She did not. By the way, too handsy, obviously, nowadays.
Yes.
Too handsy back.
Dude, it's rubbing the neck and like leaning in to whisper in the ear.
Well, the whisper in the ear is one thing. That's a good move.
Yeah, but look, like he's whispering in her ear right there. It doesn't look like there's a whisper.
But a hand around the back of her neck pulling you into you.
Yeah.
This right here is problematic. This is okay.
Yeah.
This is a problem. And, and her hand, by the way, withdrawn.
Uh-huh.
I'm a master of body language.
Or is that a friend trying to pull her out? Either way, I don't see how this one's going to go.
If this hand was right here, then you go in. This hand being behind her shoulder, nope.
He's still going to get the number, but you hit the nail on the head. When she first saw him, she threw her arm up. This is where looks won. He didn't have to say anything. Looking the way he did,
I don't think she's
number.
happy in this situation, though.
Oh, let's see.
I'm not Mr. Me Too. I'm just saying she seems to be pulling back. Maybe I'm wrong.
He could overplay this, yeah.
I gotta go because I'm just dropping in and out. Is there anyone who can get in touch?
She is playing defense. She was pushing him away. I'm just going to say.
Similar to a football player who there's no hole that you can see, but he runs there anyway, knowing that it will open up.
Or you could get into the Days of Thunder situation where he goes to the hole, through the smoke, bang, in the hospital.
Yeah. You know what? Those things ended well in the hospital now, didn't it?
Yes. Give me a number, I'll memorize it. If I can't remember your number, I'm not worth it.
The only number I can give you now is my parents' number.
I'll be very polite to your parents. Go.
I can't give my parents' number. They're strict like that. They're all pure
So nice to them. I swear to my life.
They're all pure friends.
What background are they? What background?
Ukrainian.
I speak Ukrainian. I'll talk to them. I'm Ukrainian.
He's lying again.
Yeah.
905?
435.
435? 416?
905.
905.
Well done.
Hey, can I give it up to him? Yeah, he got the other digits right. That's nice. Well, he's gone from 0 to hero in about 60 seconds here.
We don't know that it's a real number.
No, and that was just such an obvious lie for everything. I'm a hairdresser, you can maybe get away with, but you're also Ukrainian as she is. Like at this point, she has to see through this. All right, Ford. The bar has once again been set low.
I'm disgusted.
Excuse me. Did it take you long to do your hair and makeup?
My makeup.
Oh, this is a good chick to attack.
I did it myself. My hair, I work at a salon, so I had a stylist that did it.
I gotta be honest, it's not really doing anything for me. But I wanted to talk to you anyway.
Sure.
Is that all right?
I actually like this.
I know.
Because she had those answers ready. Bang, bang.
She's always dreaming about being that Gwen Stefani interview because that's right? Well, my stylist did my hair. I can make myself for half an hour. The only person who got angry out of all these people was her friend.
Her friend does look pissed.
Fine, but I don't understand why it's not doing
No,
it.
because you're gorgeous. It's just your hair and makeup. It's just, it doesn't suit you.
Why? Why do you say that?
I don't know. Like, to be honest, I don't know why. It's just not doing it.
She's validating herself 100%, and he doesn't really have to work that hard.
Like, I hate to come off with an insult, but, you know, I did want to talk to you because I think you're gorgeous.
I'm very flattered that I'm a taken woman.
You're
Oh.
I'm a taken woman.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
Oh, that's a shame.
But thank you for the insult.
What's that? Oh, my pleasure.
Oh.
That might not be his fault.
Like this, eh?
Oh, did you see the eyes flip there?
All right,
The friend's
guys,
like-
you know what? That's Ford. He just got blown up.
Oh.
I don't know, man.
Well, he didn't get the number, so he lost. So now we are inevitably at
That was a
1-1.
tough nut to crack.
Exactly.
Good job, Eric.
Yeah,
They're giving Eric a little
my
too much
fundamental
props.
problem with this show is the biggest asshole is always going to win.
It appears to be so, right? Because that's the sad commentary on society, Jeff.
I mean that you're right.
It is,
but that makes me sad.
Yeah, no, it's not. You know, encouraging. It's not
and look.
encouraging by any means. What's really odd is like the Eric who, like they said, there wasn't an opening, but he just kept pressing through. And then the big hand coming around on the side of her neck and like pulling it in. And like there's an absolute intimidation factor that can be played there. And that's the sort of shit that makes me sick, is that there's success in that. Right?
That's the thing is he's using force.
Yes, right. These are two guys that stepped up a level from where we've been, but they're not doing anything that's overly impressive, which makes me once again build a little bit more confidence that if I wanted to attack the club scene, albeit an older club scene, I can't get back to the 20-somethings, but if I wanted, I think I could do okay.
Not a club scene, but a cougar jazz bar. That's our scene now.
I think Eric would be at home in a cougar jazz bar with his goofy piano playing at the beginning.
These guys would be being molested by the women at a cougar.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's one thing I'll say about older women. They get after it.
Yeah, there's no bullshit. When they've decided that something is wanted, it's just conquer. They literally approach with the same tenacity as Eric does to a 20-year-old club.
Round 3.
Round 3.
I should probably share the screen, huh?
Freestyle.
Each player has 5 minutes to impress us with unique seductive abilities. There's no rules this time, boys. It's freestyle.
Here goes Eric. Look, he can't even walk through the crowd without groping somebody.
I mean, she looks like she's into it.
Yeah, she's not hating it.
Probably incidental, but
yeah.
Okay, so there's no rules.
That's it. This
All
is
right.
any game. It all goes. Just get a number.
Was it get a number or seduce?
Well, I think they say seduce, but I think the only way to quantify it is with the number.
Our face is blurred out, so that's a bad sign.
There's been more faces blurred out in this one.
Do you want to dance? Is no.
Oh.
Move on. This fucking asshole.
This
fucking asshole's been using his birthday the whole time.
Right. If it's not his birthday, that's even way more
lying piece of shit. I think
right.
I missed the mark on this guy. He's a liar.
And it's the weak ass lie. Like you're literally going for the
it's
my
birthday.
Yeah, no, like he's lying for sympathy and some weirdness. Yeah. All right. What is it with grabbing the back of the neck?
It's a little bit weird. It goes into his touchy-feely thing again here.
To go straight from getting rejected to first base, it just doesn't jive well. It just seems awkward.
This guy's weird, eh?
Yeah.
He's rubbing his dick on her thigh right now.
Look, I love Canadians.
We haven't even made a full rotation yet.
Alan's like, this guy's weird, eh?
This girl's hands are down like this.
Yeah. Like she's trying to escape.
She looks like she's being kind of like sexually assaulted, frankly.
A little bit, right?
410 to 410. 410.
Oh, it's the mother hen came back.
Either that or she really likes the way that guy's downing his Corona.
This dude needs to move the fuck on.
Yeah.
Why not?
I think he had an opportunity.
He didn't know how to take no for an answer.
Yo, that's even creepier. Why not? Why not? Like, whoa.
Now it's over.
That's a big fucking problem, dudes who can't take. Like, I talked about my friend who went to every chick at the bar, right?
Yeah.
And he took a no and.
Yeah, I had one of those. He took a no like a champ. I mean, he didn't hear it, but he respected it. Right. He respected it. It was like they were like little like jab. And he's like, yeah, I'm good. But he respected it. Like that guy has some serious predator vibes
he's
like
rapey.
Yeah, when she's like no, and he's like, why not? Like you're in a club in a public place, knowing you're being videotaped. This is how he acts when he knows he's being videotaped.
Is this
going to
be like? a horrible thing that's going to get us in trouble. Maybe I'll edit it out, but I kind of understand the Me Too movement a little bit when I watch some of this shit.
Yeah. Look,
like, yo, dude, take no for an answer and move the fuck on. And my friend, by the way, was before the Me Too thing that he would be that guy who just hit on every chick. No. He didn't give a shit. Like, he'd take the nose and then he'd go to maybe, and then he'd stay. And if he got a no, he'd move on. It was not,
these dudes do exist, and it is odd, right? Like, I become a feminist when it gets to that. Like, I think sometimes it's really easy for a man when it's like we don't understand like what women go through. And in the workplace, like women in the workplace. I've worked in a lot of construction industries in my life, but if you're an attractive woman in the construction industry and you have any job that is a position of power, everyone is going to assume how you got there. But they're all going to assume how you got there, right? And then just it is an unfair thing in a workplace environment. And now you see in clubs where it's not their fault. I mean, they have amazing breasts. That's not their fault. Like but
not if they're real.
Well, yeah. Now, if they pay for them, then it's on you. But it is. Think about it again. It didn't even hit me. But this dude Eric is acting this way when he knows he's being videotaped in public. So, like, what does Eric do?
Was he when
at last call or at his frat house, right in his bedroom? Like, there's some skeletons in Eric's closet, man. It's not. He's not okay.
Yeah, I don't like this at all.
And it's just very, very disheartening.
What's upsetting is I liked him in his profile. In his profile, he said he'd be a chameleon. He could adapt to his surroundings. But the only thing he's camouflage is his game from us.
Exactly.
He's way too aggressive.
Way too.
It's been left wide open for Ford to really demonstrate something here in a game that's very close. Let's find out what Ford can do.
And by the way, Eric, way better looking, and I think his fucking Viking.
Yeah, he's missed the hand that he's dealt. He had pocket aces, and Ford had 9-10 suited. But Ford looks like he's about to fucking catch this thing on the river because Pretty Boy's playing the shit out of this.
Like all right. I was gonna say I know I'm also gifted in height and several things, and then I realized I'm like, well, if I was Eric the Great, I would also weigh 280 pounds. So
yeah. So, but Eric, it's comforting to me that Eric, someone traditionally attractive and all of those things going for him, has shown that you still do have to have some kind of a personality. Thank God the women didn't fall for this rapey shit. Like, there were mother games and they shut it down.
Not this week.
Yeah, not this week. There's a lot of episodes.
They did with Dainty Dan.
Yeah.
Who was a more dangerous.
Yeah, because he wasn't a see-through.
Well, because at least this guy
innocent.
is aggressive. That guy was like, again, dainty. He was like, I'm gonna put my
passive aggressive,
and now you're gonna be date raped.
Yeah. Dainty Dan is the dude who videotapes women without them knowing about it, and they never see it coming because he's just a nice guy.
Women are stupid.
Well, let's see how Ford finishes this thing.
Sometimes people like to dance to the beat.
Okay. All right.
Are we still in recovery here?
Sorry?
Most people like to dance to the beat, but you chose to dance off beat.
It's her birthday. It's not off beat.
Wow. But he does a good job of getting women to justify themselves.
It's her birthday.
I'm not going to ask how old you actually are, but I am going to ask your name. I'm Chris.
I'm sorry, I'm smoking.
Hey, that's cool. I'm a smoker. You know how it is. Yeah.
He pulled a Macolino right there.
So much in common. I'm so happy.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Goodness, because I want some too.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask you this. If I go get a friend and he's good looking, can I get your number?
Like us?
Is he gonna pull
You know what
Eric?
I'd go get? the guy I'm playing against.
That's Alan's idea.
That's the perfect time to bring him over and say, Eric, here's how it's done.
So,
And he did.
Sharon, this is Eric.
Dude,
This is Eric.
That is a baller 40 chess move right there.
yeah.
It's her birthday. Can I sing her happy birthday song?
Oh, and he's back to singing.
No!
Fuck.
He insists on singing.
Ah.
It's not for me, but they're all over my friends.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? I'll tell you what, you and me.
Oh my God, why am I getting headlocked?
See, we go to the bar.
Dude.
What I do is one of the four, let's go to the bar. Dude. Birthday shots. Birthday shots. Let's go. Cheers. Happy
Yeah, it was
this
very
was
tough.
cerebral,
Yeah.
and this was a slap in the face to his opponent.
Yeah.
You know how good I am?
Yeah.
I'll pick up for you. Yeah,
Even though his
That is-
opponent tried to fuck his game up again by being
That is
rapey.
that is mic drop. Right?
He knew that Eric's game was that weak, and he could bring it in and then not say a word and let Eric burn himself just to
Oh,
step back in.
Jesus, he did
Yeah,
that.
no secrets. I give them away.
What a-
And you deliver somebody who takes off.
Of course I would. I wasn't just talking out of my ass. So maybe I can get your
That applies.
Bravo.
guys, that was poetry in motion. This is what the show
It was
is
well
all
played.
about.
This is
Exactly.
the
He
best
was a
thing
student of
I've
the game.
seen on
This
this
is
show.
unreal.
Yeah.
And there was a tutorial that just took place.
Eric talked a good game, but unfortunately showed us very little.
Very little.
Ford was
And
my
by the
favorite
way-
from the beginning. I thought he was the underdog. He pulled it through, and
He was the underdog because he's not nearly as attractive as Eric.
Yeah. No, it,
Not in the same, like, Eric is like a 9 or 10. This guy is like you or me.
yeah. Well, see, then look, and Ford also like he had a unique way of not being overly insulting, but putting women in a situation where they were qualifying themselves to him. You
Caught
know,
him
the
off
dancing
guard.
off the beat, the catching them off guard, right? And that confidence.
Fencing.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
confidence of it all, right? And you know, as opposed to the bull in the china shop that was Eric, who just, you know, came in groping and grabbing. Now, I'm dying from what you said earlier with your Reddit connection, possibly of getting a producer or someone who worked on this show. That would be phenomenal because I'm sure there have been just debaucherous shit that happens in those situations. Like they put hot girls in, they add cameras, and they give them bottle service. It has to be. You know, we're gonna have to get that interview.
We might need to figure that out. Because
Yeah.
we only have so many keys on the VIP to go off. And I don't know why this show, I think it only lasted 3 seasons.
Yeah, I do. It's because it was in Canada. If the
And
U.S.
look-
ever catches on to this, it's going to take off, and there will be a reboot. This is
no, there's no way. Not in today's Me Too.
well, that's
era.
true. Me Too era, you couldn't do that. You can't videotape people and you trying to pick them up. Yeah, it's not going to happen.
I remember, by the way, I'm going to probably edit this out. Producer Jeff, mark the tape. Producer Jeff, we can maybe cut in here.
Cut that one out. Look, I like it. Reminds me of a little bit of the other reaction shit that I'll watch all the time. Like, I can appreciate a good like TikTok prank channel or a YouTube prank channel where it's like a funny joke or it's a prank, right? Like, yeah, I mean, it's clever. There has to be something to it. I can appreciate that. Okay, as opposed to the hundreds of thousands of prank channels that are just let me go be an asshole and obnoxious to people and record it. Ha ha ha. That's the prank, right? So I kind of feel like with this show, there is a fine art to picking up. And I do believe that women go to a club dressed up nice because they do want to be hit on. I think they fully expect to be hit on. And I think if you can play inside that game in this clever banter of this back and forth, it's fun. It's engaging until you come across every asshole like Eric, who is like that YouTube prank video, who's just like, oh, you want to be hit on? Great, I'm just gonna grab you, and then
I'm gonna grab.
why? What the hell? Why can't I get your number? It doesn't make sense that I can't. Haha, dude, did you see that, man? She totally like pulled away from me. Like, yeah, because you're a fucking creep. Like, so it's that's what this reminds me of in these keys to the VIP. I can appreciate a good pickup, like the way that Ford at the end of that played that one and brought the other dude back in. That was classic. That was clever. The way that the rest of the Eric just bulldozed through stuff is absolutely creepy. And I just, again, I want to get women's takes on this. We're going to have to. Maybe I'll get my girl and see if I can get her to come on and watch an episode with us. I would love that because I want to see a woman's reaction to the keys to the VIP.
I'll tell you this. Here's my take. I don't know if, you know, again, producer Jeff should probably edit this out.
If I ever end up in that single world again, watching just the 3 episodes of the keys to the VIP make me want to, I live close enough to the cities to just go to a club and just give it a run one night. Not for anything that I'll ever even call anyone back, but to actually do this to see in a real life test. Like maybe, look, I'll have to find some glasses with the little camera in them. It'll be a Dads and Drinks show exclusive of watching me just try to get numbers in a bar because I think there's an art form.
Well, folks, if you all click that super thanks button and donate $20+ to this show, Jeremiah will come down to Florida and we will do a reenactment of this show.
We'll do a keys to the VIP. Now we have to find judges, Jeff, which I think we can find. You know, young Goat can't be involved because he's not old enough to be in the club. But we have to find judges. And plus just a Dads and Drinks show, like the road show, the tour.
The
like,
Florida tours.
Right. So I'll have to come to where you're at
By the way,
St. Pete. And then we're going to road trip it to Miami. We're going to South Beach for keys to the VIP in South Beach.
Oh, we're going to start at North Florida and travel all the way down.
Work our way down. Let's do it.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you the places I don't even want to acknowledge exist.
Well, yeah. So can we start on like the Panhandle, like in the Florida, Georgia?
We'll do the Panhandle. We'll come across, come down.
It's building confidence along the way because
we'll go both ways on I-4. Yeah, you might be able to beat me in the South Alabama region.
Florida Bama line. Like I think I might be doing all right there. I think I can hold my own in the Florida Bama area.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll crush you when we get Central Florida.
The further we get south, the more it's out of my game.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's just experience. That's not me. Right. It's nothing against you.
So there's your recommendation for this week, folks. The super the thank you, the donate to the Dads and Drinks Show road trip fund, and all of the fun that could be had there. Right? It's all depending on you.
We're gonna make this a movie.
Oh,
Dads and Drink Show.
Look out, look out, Tucker Max. You got nothing on us.
We just need the travel cost, the strip club cost,
alcohol funds.
That's gonna be strip club's gonna cost more than the alcohol.
Yeah, that's true. We could absorb that.
Well, we need alcohol. We need and we need camera crew and stuff because you don't want me editing.
And volunteers are welcome. Yeah. You know, volunteers are welcome. Come along. Like we'll happily make this a buddy comedy.
IMDb credits for everyone.
For everyone. If we get this Dads and Drinks Show road trip movie together, it is going to be award winning. Take it to the bank.
It is going to the bank.
Yes, sir.
Everyone, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and super thank us for all of our body. You know, we put our bodies on the line.
Yeah.
Every week for this show.
Look what we do.
Like
we do this for you.
Toss us $3.
Yeah.
Like
we do this for
doesn't
you.
Pay for itself. It's empty. It's empty.
Next week's
I'm dying.
Drinks on you, fucker. Laughs on us, drinks on you.
Amen.
Dad's
Dad's out.
Oh.
Dad's Clip Show. Dad's Clip Show. Dad's Clip Show.